Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Checking for a bad sound. The Human Torch went to buy a bank loan. The Human Torch went to buy a bank loan. Ba 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 ba. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. All right, let's do this. Love you. Howdy, howdy. Welcome in, and thank you for coming by to another show on the Midwest Game Guy channel. I am Jordan, your host. I'm the Midwest Game Guy, or MGG for short. Welcome in. We have another fun indie spotlight tonight, something different genre than I'm used to, but I'm excited to try it out and try something different. That's what this is all about. Trying new genres, trying new games, trying new developers, finding cool things, hidden gems, and blasting it out to the people. So tonight we are playing the After the Wane demo from Novavox. They reached out to me on Blue Sky. Thank you very much. And so I'll see if I was interested in playing demo. I said, of course, looks beautiful, looks fun. So they let me know it's only about a 20-minute demo. So we'll go through this demo in its entirety, and then we will move on to one of their earlier games on Steam, Along the Edge as well, which I believe is more interactive fiction and more like visual novels and good, amazing art, it looks like. So I'm excited to get into it. We'll get through After the Wane first, which is the demo for the newest game coming out to Steam in the near future. But we'll do that, and then we'll head on to Along the Edge. So yeah, thank you for being here. Hope you enjoy the art. Hope you enjoy the voice acting and everything to go with it. Let's get going. Ba ba ba. Do 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 do. Well, let's see. We got some options here. We got volume, language. We have English. What's the language? We have France, English and French. Nice. Full screen and vibrations. Yeah. Wait, can I play with my controller? Is that why it has vibrations? Possibility. Ooh, yeah. If I have vibrations, I'm going to play with my controller for sure then. I know it's my destiny. Pokemon. Welcome in the million. How you doing, buddy? There it goes again. Welcome in the million. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Toaster. Hello in the million. Welcome in, guys. Hope you're doing well. We're about to launch the demo here of After the Wane. Get some good interactive, story-rich, choices matter fiction going here by indie studio Novavox. So I'm going to pump it up here shortly, just making sure that everything sounds okay. I think the game audio sounds a little quiet. If the game gets too loud, you yell at me and I'll turn it down. Huh?
Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No.
I
Oh,
was
you shouldn't hear anything. You should be okay. Welcome in Million Toasta. Thank you for the Obi-Wan hello and the redeem and the Obi-Wan emote. Thank you to Million for the Pokemon redeem, and I'm doing well. Thank you. Let's get this demo going. 5, 6, 7, 8. You leap. Good. You hear me loud and clear? Good. I had some bad problems with like interference and static yesterday, so I didn't get to stream like I wanted to yesterday, but maybe today will be better. Almost every morning for years, you repeated this sequence of movements. And if you look at the command timers, I do have one for the demo we're playing, and then one for the other game that they Novabox had. I think it's their first game on Steam. We're gonna try out as well because the demo is only about 20-ish minutes, so I put both the demo we're trying and then the full release game we're trying tonight. Almost every morning for years, you repeated this sequence of movements, but your world's about to completely change. Everything that happened before was simply a rehearsal for what's about to happen. You glimpsed the many variations. You know the steps, glissades, demi-plies, and intrachats. I don't know ballet terminology, so I probably butchered those terms. But hey, what's up, Sinful? Good to see us. Good to see you, Jester. Good to see you, Nemillion and Toasted. Thank you for being here. And yet your feet seek out the warmth of familiar tracks. You imagine them, left by a mother you never knew. Before you, an inescapable chasm. Should I spread my... Let's do this together. Should I spread my wings, or should I put down my roots? What do y'all think in the comments? We can do this together since it's interactive fiction. I would love your audience participation. Do you have a preference? What do you want to do? I'm good with trying anything. Fly away or root ourselves down. And I'm gonna pick something. All right. I'm going to spread my wings and fly. There I go. Simple said, whatever. All right then. You spread your wings. Why hesitate? You're ready to fly. No worries, Jester. I appreciate you being here, bud. You are alone, but you soar above. Here, nobody can reach you. Very pretty art. Very nice watercolor. A page turns. A grand jetée. A fleeting moment before the inevitable plunge. In this life that is about to begin. Pretty. Prologue. Bar. You've just finished your daily exercises when there's a knock on the bedroom door. 3 weeks. 3 weeks without access to a bar, where you've had to make do with the back of a chair, which is far from ideal. 3 weeks scouring the city, trying to find a place somewhere, then, as the panic sets in, anywhere. You know that on the other side of the door, Andre, your landlady, probably wants to offer you a cup of tea again. You managed to dodge her yesterday and the day before, but sooner or later you'll have to give in to her request, which isn't exactly unreasonable. Up until this week, she left you alone, probably because the other rooms had been occupied by a stream of tourists visiting the city. But with the arrival of September, the house had emptied out, and the old lady's attention had shifted onto her favorite niece's little protege. I'm glad you're chilling, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hope everything's going okay mentally, physically, emotionally. Oh, yeah, we're not yet at the stage where she come into the bedroom uninvited. If you ignore her, she'll probably go away. Should we answer or play dead? What do you think, Mama? Answer my landlady or play dead?
answer.
Okay, answer. Yes. You open the door a crack. I make some tea and I'd be very happy if you join me, Lena. Should I say, it's not a good time? Or, okay. Huh? Say okay. Give me a couple minutes, I'm coming. I'll be in the kitchen. You quickly finish getting ready, then you head downstairs. As you approach the area of the ground floor set aside for your landlady, The scent of freshly baked cookies gets stronger. You go through the door marked private and enter an immaculate, if rather outmoded, kitchen. Oh, we do have our first ad break in about 14 seconds. About 15 seconds of that ad break, y'all. Appreciate you watching. On the old gas stove, the kettle coughs up little clouds of steam. On the table, unsurprisingly, a plate overflowing with mouth-watering chocolate cookies, still warm. Andre waves you to a seat before she pours the tea. I've been meaning to spend a little time with you since you got here, get to know each other a bit, but I haven't had a minute to myself. Now that the kids are back in school, it'll be quieter. It might even be just the two of us until the midterm break. I hope I'll get a place somewhere by then. Considering what Aurelia told me, it'd be surprising if you didn't, don't you think? A little bit of perseverance and you'll get there, I'm sure of it. Have you been to the National Opera? It's the first thing you've done, and they were the first to make you understand there was no chance. A waiting list as long as your arm, a pitiful chance of even getting an audition. I'll ask the wife again. Should I say yes, but, or I'm on the waiting list? I'm on the waiting list. I'm on the waiting list. That's a shame, but you have to realize that places in such a prestigious corps de ballet are very hard to get. I'd imagine the waiting list must be very long. If I were you, I wouldn't count on that. Wouldn't it be more realistic to aim a little lower, for starters at least? Don't expect everything just to fall in your lap. You know, I met a lot of performers. You got to make your mark. I should know. You know, things have changed since the 50s. Oh, don't go thinking it was easier for us. I've known hardship. I might have been still a child, but I lived through the war. And don't be thinking things were easy after the liberation. There was a whole country to rebuild. Did you know we boarded American soldiers during the liberation? It was amazing. They played music every night at the parlor. We never heard jazz before. The girls getting tired of this lady talking. You'll see there are 2 or 3 photos from that time hanging up in the hallway. Saying that, I've always had a weakness for classical personally, like you, I suppose. She lays her hand on your arm in a gesture of consolation. Anyway, you mustn't let yourself be beaten. I'm sure you'll get there eventually. You just have to do what it takes. Should I say, it's not easy to stay motivated on my own. ... I'm not about to give up. ... Or can I have a cookie?
I thought of cookies.
You want a cookie? Don't talk about my problems. Give me cookie.
Give me cookie.
Can I have a cookie? Oh, yes, of course. I made them for you. I should have offered. She pushes the plate towards you with a kind smile. Your diversion tactics seem to have worked. I'm sorry, but I have to go. Oh, yes, of course. Don't let me keep you. You thank Andre and leave. Just the time to grab your bag and jacket, and a few minutes later you're out on the street. You're glad to be out of Aurelia's aunt's house. The heavy atmosphere there is starting to get on your nerves. Yes. That and my finances. I thought I'd be fine with a few months with what I've saved up in the last of Mammy's money. I didn't realize that day-to-day life in the big city would be so expensive. The price of the room was fairly reasonable, but having to eat out for every meal was costing me a packet. Really have to be careful. I feel like my savings are evaporating before my eyes. I'll have to... What's the matter? I don't know. I felt something. Something familiar and strange. It's intriguing. You want to know more. Should you follow your intuition or ignore it? You gotta investigate. You start walking again, faster, weaving through the tangle of little streets so characteristic of this part of the city. The rain, which has only threatened until now, begins to pelt down. You huddle beneath your umbrella, determined to find the source of the strange sensation. Your steps take you, with a hook to the left and an about-face to the right, toward the heart of the city. You find yourself in a narrow, cobbled street which slopes gently upward, with an inexplicable sense of déjà vu. But this is an area you'd never set foot in before. It's so far from the theaters and from the main thoroughfares that join the bridges. There's a guy sheltering in a doorway on your right. He's watching you with disturbing insistence. Ooh. If the way he holds himself and his general look left any room for doubt, the fact that he's wearing a leotard makes it unmistakable. He's a dancer. Approach him or move on. To go talk to him? If he can brag in my face that I'm not in the National Ballet.
Maybe he'll be
Maybe. Hello? Hi, Poppet. Can I help you? Hello, Poppet. That's a peculiar way to strike up a conversation. Are you a dancer, or what is this place? Well, we can tell he's a dancer. So maybe what is this place?
Yeah.
What is this place? You try to peep behind him, but the room is shadowy. You can't make out much. Still, it looks like a little theater foyer. He watches you with an amused smile. I'm a dancer, and you're not hiring by any chance. Ah, I suppose you just arrived in town. He continues before you can even open your mouth. It's funny that you found this place by chance. That doesn't happen often. However, I'm sorry, but I need to get back. Insist or forget about it. Let's insist. Wait, are you sure? Really, I'm just asking for an audition. No, I'm sorry. Our director is very strict about hiring. He hesitates for a moment before he adds, look, we're putting a new show together soon. Come back in about 10 days. You'll get your chance then. However, I really do have to get back. He starts to close the door. Wait! What's this place called? Or how do I find out about the auditions? What do you think is more important, knowing what the place is called? Or finding out about the auditions?
Imagine what it's called. Like, it's more information.
True that. What's this place called? The Outpost. The Outpost? You seem surprised by the mention of this rather odd theater name. Unless, does it remind you of something? Go on, scram, please. I've already said too much. If I get caught, my ass is on the line. This time, he closed the door and you hear the click of a lock. You go back up the road, unsure what to think in the exchange. It's weird. It feels like it feels like it comes from this place. You look around, searching for the street name, but on one side the sign is missing, and on the other, rust has eaten away at the enamel, making the letters illegible. Well, you'll have to remember the way. The rain hammers down. You need to find somewhere to take shelter if you don't want to be completely soaked. Your little umbrella isn't enough to protect you. You dash inside the first cafe that looks open. Before you realize the mistake, the cafe, which is in fact a pizzeria, is not open at all. Metallic noises mingled with Metallic noises mingled with Italian expletives come from the kitchen. You're about to turn back when a pretty tabby cat rubs itself against your legs with a plaintive meow. Meow. Try to pet it or ignore it. Well, you gotta pet the cat. You bend down to pet it. The creature rubs his head against your hand, purring emphatically. Hello. Ah, I see you met Fangio? Fango? Fangio? Fangio? We haven't been able to get rid of him since my sister started feeding him. You hear about the ad, right? Take a seat. Enzo, there's someone here about the ad. The noises from the kitchen stop. Che cosa? Someone for the ad? Middle-aged man, rigged out in a ponytail and Hawaiian shirt, entered the room, clutching a wrench. Did we post the ad? I don't know. Never mind. The wrench goes from one hand to the other, then the man with the ponytail sits down across from you, while the other disappears into the kitchen. Sorry about the noise. The macchina per espresso is shut. I'm Enzo. Are you here about the ad? Yes, or what ad? Should we fake it until we make it? I'll say yes. Yes. Well, we do need to make money, though, so... Well. I'd imagine it's some help at the pizzeria for an Italian pizzeria. You figure you got nothing to lose by playing along. It's simple. We need help waiting tables, especially weekends and evenings. Have you ever done that? Yes, I've had several waitressing jobs, but in cafes. Well, this is a restaurant, but it's not so different from a cafe. Aspetta. Enzo had just noticed the cat, which was perched on one of the tables and is giving itself a good wash, getting in the way of the table settings. That's not Santa. Aslan! What? Can you put the cat out, please? He's managed to get into the dining room again. Ever since Aslan's sister started feeding it, we can't get rid of it. Enzo hesitates for a moment before asking loftily, Ahem, tell me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Cut the crap, Enzo. Tell her you'll take her on a trial basis. This isn't a recruitment agency. Yeah, you're right. It's ridiculous. How many hours a week could you do? At the moment, I'm free a lot of the time, but that could change. If it works for you, you'll start off with 3 evenings plus weekends, and we'll adjust it according to your availability. Okay. Can I see your ID? Just to check your age. Yes, of course. You rummage through your bag and hand me your ID card. Magdalena? Just Lena. Attempt to justify yourself, or don't say any more about it. What do you think, Mama?
Don't say anything.
Well then, welcome aboard, Just Lena. That's a dad joke, nice. Enzo offers you his hand. You shake it, almost instinctively. When can you start? I don't know, or right away. Probably right away because we are very free right now. Right away? Great! Service starts in 1 hour. Come on, I'll show you the kitchens. Well, you said right now. There's lockers for your stuff in the cloakroom. Aslan, have you got any small aprons left? It's the end of the shift. You join Aslan, who's smoking a cigarette in the restaurant's backyard. You're exhausted. You only smoke very occasionally, but you figure you could really do with one right now, too. That reminds me of somebody else I know in real life.
2 times.
Okay. It won't be the what it won't be the last, I know. You sit on the steps facing him.
Makes me sound like I'm smoking, like really for a bit.
No, but it's like she's very this same kind of thing. This person barely ever smokes, but every now and then life just gets a little hectic and you need one. Can I bum a smoke, or is it like that every night? I don't want her to smoke, so I'm gonna say, is it like that every night? Yep, not exactly restful, is it? By far the cheapest restaurant in the neighborhood. Enzo insists we keep the prices affordable. So we're a full house every night. Victims of our own success, he says. Oh, there's a typo there. I should take a picture for so the people can fix it for the game. To help with bug fixes and such. But I hope that won't
put you in a
box floating down the river, Grandma. Hey Lolo, good to see you, buddy. We're doing some interactive fiction tonight, so basically you're going to listen to me tell you a story, and you can just sit back and relax and enjoy me dulcet tones while I put you to sleep, probably. So enjoy my voice while I mess up words and ask my wife what she thinks we should do next. Take over for wife is getting sleepy.
Yes.
I love you, sweetie. You sleep well. How are you? I'm doing good, buddy. I don't know if I told you, but so I mentioned this weekend I got a job offer on Friday, and I negotiated with it, but I got they got the offer letter today, so I did accept the offer letter, so I will start my new job, bearing any problems with the pre-employment process of like drug tests, employment and background screenings and credit checks and all that stuff. As long as that goes good, fingerprints, then I will have a job starting March 2nd. So I will have big boy employment again in about 3 weeks from today. And then I will be able to help my family with our financial situations. So yeah, thank you very much. It's something new. I've never worked in the world of finance before, so it's something different. But my wife's here to be my sensei, and I think it'll be okay. It'll be a little bit of a learning curve, but I've worked with the public and people and customers and patients and clients for almost every job I've ever had, so I'm not scared of working with the public, and I'm sure I can learn the information I need for the services and the products and everything. I'm not too worried about the world of finance. It's just learning the stuff. But yeah, very excited about it. So I accepted the offer letter tonight when I got home from picking up my wife from work, and now I'll await some emails to go on with the next steps. But yeah, hopefully this time in 3 weeks from now, I'll tell you all about my first day at work. But I hope that won't put you off, huh? You really could need the help, as you can tell. But I really hope we really need the help, as you can tell. Aslan chuckles. Let's say you can count on me. Just as well, tell me, what do you do when you're not juggling 6 orders and 3 pizzas at a time? I'm a dancer. Oh, that's why you moved here. Yes. It's not easy to make your mark in the art communities. No, especially when you don't know anyone. No, but I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. No, it's tough, but I'm not giving up. A sigh escapes you before you can get a grip on yourself. Anyway, thanks for the job opportunity. My savings have just been melting away. It's not me you need to thank, it's Enzo. He's the boss. Tell me, have you heard of the Neighborhood Association? The Neighborhood Association? Yeah, it's called the St. Louis Circle. Hey, St. Louis. Nice. We rent a place on, well, St. Louis Street. I know St. Louis. There's quite a few activities, especially the dance club. I'll put, that's interesting. Well, we're having a neighborhood dinner for the association's new season, 2 weeks Saturday. In any case, Enzo's closing the pizzeria to be there, and Samara's requisitioned the kitchen to make samosas. I beat Octo Zero after 150 hours. Congrats, buddy! What a commitment. Proud of you. That is quite the feat. I hope you feel good. I hope you can rest on your laurels now. Pat yourself on the back. And now the real challenge is what's next. Oh, there's one thing left. It looks like only Super Boss left, but I'll do it in my free hours. Nice. Do you have a lot of grinding to do, or are you just gonna go find him? Samaria? That's my sister's name, the former waitress. And trust me, you really don't want to miss out on Samaria's samosas. In that case, I guess I don't have a choice. I'm forced to accept the invitation. I don't know what to play next. Isn't that always the problem? I had the problem of, do I play something brand new, or do I go back to the games I've started on the channel that have unfinished playlists on YouTube and play them? It's a struggle. Ideally, in a perfect world, I would do a little bit of both each week, but I want to also help get the word out about many amazing indie devs at the time. I know what the boss is, but probably need to grind because I haven't grinded it all. Well, good luck with your grinding, sir. Hopefully it won't take too many hours, but I have no doubt you will conquer the super boss and tell me all about it, how amazing you are. And I'll be curious how many more. I'll be curious how many more hours of grinding it'll take for your total of 150. Will you end with 160, 170? The door into the yard opens and Enzo sticks his head out. Lena? Yes? I printed your work contract. Do you want to take a look and get it signed? Yeah, I did start Run from Mummies. It's an indie game. Oh, that's cool. What's that about? I hear the word indie game. I gotta know about it. Stone says, welcome in, Stone. You know what comes after the Wane? What comes after the Wane? The Garth. Oh, nice Wayne's World reference. I will not sell out to any corporate entity. And I tried Dice Gambit. It's also an indie game. Nice. Well, let me know what Run for Monies and Dice Gambit's about, and I will have to add it to my almost 4,800 game wish list on Steam. I'll be right there. Aslan gives you a smile as you follow Enzo into the office. I am a dancer. Act 1. Adage. Miss Sadier? The corridor light comes on, the door to Andre's apartment flies open. It's after midnight, you just back from work at the pizzeria, and after a week at the place at this pace, you only dream of one thing, going to bed. Could I speak to you for a moment, please? Can it wait till tomorrow? The old lady looks outraged before she says in a bewildered whisper, I'm worried about you. You're not my mother? You're not my mom! Okay, be quick. Run from Mummies, basically you're a tourist, sightseeing pyramids and stuff. Sounds good to me so far. Is it like a point and click or it's arcade-ish? There are levels. You take pictures of relics and stuff, looking for keys and stuff, while avoiding traps and mummy. Is it like a collectathon kind of, or more like a finding treasure within a specified area, or like a dungeon crawler? It sounds like up my alley. Okay, but be quick. It's late. You haven't got the heart to send her packing, but you're not going to put up with this kind of intrusiveness either. Seeing as you seem more interested in doing I don't know what with I don't know who, I picked up the phone and made a few calls. I got a list for you of companies to contact. I'm fairly sure I've contacted them all. You didn't have to, or thank you. I will put you didn't have to. I do have to, morally, for my niece who asked me to take care of you. I hope you feel you have to, too, and you don't end up like all the other girls who gave up on their dreams at the first hurdle. She holds up the list, and you take it. It's late. You're keeping me up if you excuse me. She leaves you standing with your list and your guilt. You climb the stairs, go into your room, and flop down on the bed. Aren't you going to look at the list? I just need a minute. You let out a long sigh before turning your attention to the list. The Outpost. Isn't it the name of the place you stumbled on the other day? Yes, I made a note to go back there. I don't know that name. Does it mean something to you? There are Odeons in every city of the country, but the Outpost, it's different. Do you think it might be a lead to your mom? Ooh, something about a missing mom? That would be strange, wouldn't it? I was adopted by my grandmother a few days after I was born. There's no chance I could remember anything about her. Do you play those old PopCap games? Are the PopCap games like the Pajama Sam and was it Clue Finders and Putt Putt? Okay, Diner Dash. Oh, like the fish aquarium games where you feed the fish a bunch, and you have to like get new fish and stuff. Diner Dash and stuff. I think I know what you're talking about. 3 levels. Okay. I could get down for that. If I'm in the mood, I could definitely get down for that. But your grandmother might have mentioned her in passing. Maybe, I don't know. It was a long time ago now. I must be talking to the voices in my head. Whatever it is definitely is worth getting a shot going to knock on that door. Yes, Andre's written down the date of the auditions. That fits with the info I got. When will you go? She's written that the first session is on Thursday afternoon. I'll call tomorrow to confirm. Thursday. After losing your way 3 times in the tangle of narrow streets, here you are looking at the Outpost. Unlike your last visit, the place seems far more vibrant, almost welcoming. There's a buzz inside as if the place had just opened up after the summer break. You push the door and find yourself transported to an unexpected world. It is indeed an old theater, but it emanates an aura of sanctity that you feel almost physically. I really love like this watercolor like style. It's like kind of like it's warm, but kind of like also like mystical and like almost like at times like eerie and foreboding. Like it emanates very like interesting feelings. It's far removed from the modern buildings you're used to, and even the National Opera, with its gilding and Rococo marbles, didn't have this effect on you. You're so absorbed in contemplating the Art Deco woodwork and furnishings that you don't notice the 2 young men who ask if you mind getting out of the way. You apologize, take a couple of steps back. Your attention is drawn to the clothes rack. They're moving from one wing of the theater to the other, groaning under the weight of the colorful, glittering stage costumes. On your right, a group of young women are disappearing to the corridor to backstage. They must be auditionees. On the other side, behind the box office, a middle-aged woman is checking a list. Doesn't look like your typical ticket office clerk with her stern aspect and the skirt suit that screams high-level job, but lacking anyone more amenable to talk to, you approach her anyway. Hello? Just a moment. She doesn't seem in a rush to answer you. 2 minutes later, she's still absorbed in her list. Wait. Should I try and stay in the woman's good graces? After all, you're the one who needs help. After a long wait, she finally raises her eyes. What can I do for you? Well, I'm a dancer. I'm here for... You're late. We're about to start. Have you got your resume? Late? It's at least half an hour before the time Andre had written down. You rummage through your bag and place the required document on the counter confidently. There's no reason to panic. A hand sneaks in from your right and takes the paper. You try to find another woman with a dancer's physique, but middle-aged, has crept in close to you. Her icy blue eyes carefully study your feeble list of professional experiences before they come to rest on you. She gives off an aura of authority. She seems to think deeply for a few moments before tersely revealing her decision. Follow me. Then she adds to the woman behind the counter, Lydia, could you send Arnaud to the big rehearsal room, please? Without a word, Lydia picks up the intercom. The other woman is already being swallowed up into the depths of the theater. You trap behind her, trying to keep up, and you find yourself in a labyrinthian jumble of corridors and staircases that you cross before emerging to a large room bathed in light. A man in a tweed suit, with a mustache and small round spectacles, leans back against a half-open window smoking a cigarette. Seeing you enter, he nonchalantly tosses the butt outside before he seats himself at an old baby grand piano. That's oxymoron, old baby. Grasping what you're expected to do, you start getting ready to dance. She nudges your shoes disdainfully with her toe. You won't need those. Say nothing, be surprised. I will be stoic. You're not exactly delighted to dance barefoot, but maybe it's part of a test? Unsure, you decide not to mention it. Just as you finish getting ready, a young man enters and strides across the room. You realize immediately that that's the dancer you met the other day, who in all likelihood will be Arnaud. Deborah? Arnaud, show her the duo. Arnaud quickly explains the choreography to you. You nod your head, trying to memorize the different moves you're going to do together. Oh no. His confidence in the way he takes the time to let you digest the information, checking that you understand each step, is very reassuring. Deborah comes over several times to pick you up on your position or timing. You correct yourself as well as you can. You know you're putting yourself on the line for a place in this company, the only one that's given you a chance up till now. Then Deborah signals the pianist and you begin. Arnaud is watchful, attuned. He knows the routine perfectly and does everything he can to make things easier for you, which isn't a simple task. Everything is unusual between the strange rhythm of the music coming from the piano and the series of movements which questions every academic certainty that had been etched into your body year after year. There they go. You and he, you waver over a fragile line between sophistication and animality. They're going for it. In his arms, you fly and drop with the lightness of a swallow and the power of a hawk. Deborah interrupts you, asks you to reposition yourself. You don't understand what's wrong. Her instructions are so strange and counterintuitive. It's hard to understand exactly what she expects from you, but you have no choice but to trust her. You put yourself back in position and you begin. And suddenly time twists into creeping contractions. This art is beautiful. Wow, that's really cool. That's a really cool effect. Nothing exists but the knot and the root. Chemical wedding between you and the night. That's beautiful. Oh. I was born and grew in just 1 second. Then you ripped from the joining of the worlds where Deborah claps her hands twice. The music stops immediately. Stop. That's enough. We'll stop there. That lady's got some darkness inside of her. Thank you for trying After the Wane. For more information, please visit us at novabox.com. It's NOVA-BOX.com. I already wishlisted it, so I'm good. Back to the main menu. Alright, guys. Well, that was the demo for After the Wane. Feel free to check it out. I'm looking at the credits real quick just to give some credit to credits due. But yeah, developer by Novabox, Geoffrey Vincent's art, Nicholas Fro. I apologize, I'm probably gonna butcher these names, but we have a couple of musicians, a couple of coders. Pretty small. It's a pretty small team overall. Very impressive though. Nice. I like it a lot. It's nice that it's a international team too. Makes me feel good that to be reached out to by a foreign developer, it always makes me feel very special. Not that I don't also enjoy getting reached out to by American developers. Love that too, but it's nice to be seen. It makes me feel like bigger on an international stage. But that was a lot of fun. Very good interactive. I like the choices and stuff, and it's very interesting. It was very alluding to something very dark and foreboding at the end of that demo there. So I look forward to maybe trying the full game of After the Wane when it comes out. Let me see if the store page says when it's coming out. It says to be announced. So maybe this year. Be looking if you're interested. It looks like the game last Monday hit 2,500 wish lists, and it looks like they got 1,000 wish lists the week before that. So looks like they got a fair amount of wish lists. They probably broke by this point. They probably broke 3,000 to 4,000 by now, I imagine. But yeah, check it out if you like visual novels with interactive fiction with nice visuals and watercolors. Check that out. We're actually going to pivot now from that demo for their newest game, the upcoming game, to their oldest game on Steam currently with Along the Edge.